there right now. No. Did I say I'm packing up in a few days? I did, Josie. We were home for 3 weeks, or we will be home for 3 weeks come like Thursday. But yeah, we're getting ready to go again. Bulk barn's a block away. That's never a bad idea either. Okay, let's zero this back out. Maybe we'll use this one to start with the paper. Let's see if the paper weighs anything. The paper weighs 8 grams. Okay, let's zero that then. And so for our lard or shortening, we need 260 grams. So we'll use that one first. Yeah, Costco on a Sunday at noon. Good luck. You actually haven't missed like that much streaming. Because I was like pretty sick the first week we were back. And like it's still lingering. I haven't done that many streams. I think total will be like 6. But I am planning on uploading a YouTube short every day that we're up there. Nice. That was so pro. 262. We needed 260. I still got it. I love when that happens. Yeah, if you guys want to know anything that we are up to that you may have missed, just ask. Just ask in chat. You know that we'll answer your question. You enjoyed all the pics? Oh, I'm glad that you got the Discord stuff then. Because yeah, that's mostly where we put all the things on the last stint when we were up there. That's where we shared everything. I'm excited again. I'm also excited to see the difference of food because it's not gonna be Sam cooking dinner this time. It's gonna be other people. So I'm intrigued. Okay, next one. I always do unsalted butter because you add salt into the crust itself. So if you use salted butter, well, heck, it might get too salty, right? So we need 180 grams for double the recipe. This butter kind of smells cheesy. Let me check this other one out. I don't think it should smell cheesy. Okay, this other one's fine. I guess that one died. More butter. And yeah, I like this crust because it has less butter than lard, and like the butter is the expensive fat here. It's not too expensive to make. Because it's so cold in here, I can just put this to the side for now and then reuse this paper again. Perfect. 0. Is it $6.99 a pound? I think when we bought this last, because we just like bought a whole case, I think they were still around like $4 or $5. What did I say? 180? Like not even half. And you do want your fats to be really nice and cold when you make pastry. Oh, a little bit too much. Let's see that. 185, let's go with that. That's safe. Nice, yeah, you got them on sale for $4.99. Like, that's just crazy. They're robbing us. It ain't fair, man. Okay, now we're gonna cube it up. And we don't really need this because we can use a measuring cup to measure the amount of water. Let's just grab a little hand towel to take this flour off the scale. Hi, Greek. Welcome in. Glad you're able to pop in on a Sunday. How are you and the fam? Yeah, iceberg lettuce. Like, why would you even pay that for basically just water fiber? There's not even really any health benefits in iceberg lettuce. Let's use the bigger knife to make the cubes. That'll just be easier on us. And then we're gonna work the fat into the dry stuff just by hand. That's how I like to make my pie crust. That way you get the best feel of what's going on. Right, Aistra? You are a pie dog, aren't you? Whoa, you're getting some visitors possibly from India? Nuts acquired, perfect. Sam's making his way. It's okay, we're still making the crust anyways. No stress. But I do always like to make the filling while the crust is resting as well, because the filling gets heated up in a pot. So you always have to let it cool down before you mix the eggs in. But yeah, usually this stuff honestly goes quicker than you would think. Is the hot dog line crazy today? Oh my gosh. Hello, Dr. K. Welcome in. I hope you're doing good today. Do I need to move my camera up? My top of my head is cut off. Maybe that's better. Oh yeah, because they need visas to come over. Oof, that's always like kind of stressful when you travel for sure, Greek. What's up, Weasel? Hope your weekend's good. Okay, that's the butter. Next up, we'll do the lard. Perfect temperature in here for making pastry today. Nothing's gonna get too soft. Boom. And then you just stack them up. Makes it go quicker. More and more hits. Thanks for the follow as well. The dog, she's like, that's for me, right? You're not getting lard, you silly willy. Looks at me. Hot dog line at Costco's 30 people deep? Holy. I don't think we've ever gone to a Costco on a Sunday here. It's usually a Thursday thing for us. Thursday morning. Good to go. I made the cubes so nice and small for myself to work these in, so it shouldn't take us too long. Work smart, not hard. Oh, that's hilarious. That would scare the heck out of me. Just sitting there not expecting to see anyone. Boom, just get taken from behind. That's terrifying. Okay, I'm just gonna go rinse this stuff off really quick. It's all fatty. I will be back in a moment. It's sticky and fatty. Need some soap and water for sure. Okay, good with that. Might sneak in a quick little nose blow while I'm here too. I'd be posting the recipe somewhere, so I always link the recipe of the day in a chat command. So if you do !recipe in chat, it'll bring up the two that we are using today. So I'm using a separate flaky crust recipe compared to the filling for the butter tarts. Here, I'll pop it up for you there. And then we also have a Discord channel with like almost 5 years worth of recipes that I've been streaming live on Twitch. I'll be back in a moment. Okay, just gonna wash my hands. And we'll mix this stuff up. Yeah, you're very welcome. Yeah, the one time you leave your door unlocked and of course someone sneaks in that you weren't expecting. That's so funny. Okay, so usually I just kind of mix the fats that we cubed up in with the flour and the salt. If it's a warmer day, this will really help it from sticking to your hands when you start to work everything together. But today it doesn't seem too bad, so let's just tap that off. And then away we go. We'll kind of get these more separated, though. It's easier to use your hands. Time's been good, Weasel. Yeah, the first week I was back, I got like pretty bad congestion in my nose. You can probably still hear it. That's why I just went and blew my nose. It's been like hanging around. It's like gonna be almost 3 weeks that my nose is bugging me while being back, which is so weird. And it's not COVID. And yeah, other than that, we did like a little bit of shopping for Black Friday, got a few things. Like I got a new house coat, which I'm so excited for. It's so nice and soft. So I'll bring that up to camp. We hung out with some friends a few times, which was super nice. Other than that, a lot of hibernating, but that's like typically what I do in the winter anyways. So nothing out of the ordinary, but yeah, we had a really cold spell this last week. It got down to like almost minus 40 Celsius. Yeah, I would say like just the weather change. The first time I'm working like night shift compared to day shift. There's a lot of changes that I put my body through. So I think it's just adjusting to that. But at the same time, it could also be allergies. So yeah, I did go for a blood test. See if we can figure out what the heck's going on. But yeah, haven't been doing too much cooking. Just trying to have fun. Okay, so now that these are mostly separated, and they'll keep separating as we work it more and more, now we're gonna like flake the fat in with the flour by just kind of smooshing it in our hands, making a fist. And I just like rub my thumbs along my fingers like this, and that's all I'm doing with the motion. Until it gets broken down a bit more. You don't want it too chunky like this. You want it more like flaky, like how I'm doing it. Basically, we start almost kind of how you make biscuit dough. And yeah, you don't want to work it too much. Specifically, I would say, Greek, like when we go to add the water later, the liquid, you really want to add as little water as possible to bring this together. The more water you add, as well as the more you work the gluten, the tougher your pie crust is going to get. I'm sure we've all had the experience of like a really tough pie crust. You go to cut it on like the dessert plate and it just goes like flying across the table. Always so funny. Leftover rice balls. Thank you for the follow. Or yeah, it's still in one piece. Oh my gosh. But then we don't want it to be like soggy either though, right? Like there's always two sides to that scenario. It can also be too tough or too soft. Would say more often than not though, I've always experienced a pie crust that's too tough rather than being too soft. Yeah, this is working in really nice. Yay! What? Suki coming in with 1,000 bits. Thank you so much, friend. Have a great Sunday. You as well. Hope you have a wonderful Sunday, wonderful rest of the week. We're just here hanging out today, making honestly like one of my favorite desserts ever. I really like making pie crust, and then I always feel like making a pecan pie or like a butter tart from it. It's like one of the more simple ones to make rather than the fruit ones. Hype indeed. Thanks, friends, for putting that in chat, because I am a little bit dirty with my hands right now. I can't do it. So awesome. Yeah, that's going towards our flat top for the truck. 5-star alpha snake. Things are good. How about yourself? I honestly can't believe how fast this week went. And like these next 4 days are gonna fly. We're going to the dentist like the day before we leave. Oof. Hopefully they get everything fixed. I think we might sneak in like one final just like send off stream. We gotta go wash the car before we go again for 3 weeks. It's not good to let it sit with like the road gunk and stuff on it for extended periods, so we're definitely gonna get that washed. And those are always fun streams, I don't know why. What's everyone else getting up to today? Just hanging out? If you're like us, probably just hibernating. Well, I think we might move a couple things later to our friend's house, actually. Start doing that. Possibly start with all the Legos. A big oof, yes. It's good to just do the oof and keep going. It's true. You're very intrigued by this? So this is the start of our very flaky, buttery pie crust. And yeah, Canadian butter tarts, especially if you put pecan nuts in them, are very similar to like just a mini pecan pie. Yum, you got a pork roast? Like a loin roast or like a shoulder? I have to get one of my fillings redone. I honestly think it actually fell out just this like past few weeks. So it shouldn't be too bad. It's just one. I don't have many. And then other than that, just a clean in. So it shouldn't be too bad. I know some people like just despise going to the dentist. It's not my favorite, but I can sit there for a few hours. You're stressing about paying debts? Oh. Don't stress out too much. I mean, we all have debt, and eventually it will go down. But yeah, it sucks when it really does start to accumulate quick, especially around the holidays, right? Hey, nice! Yeah, pre-marinated pork loin roast? Nothing wrong with that. Half the work's already done for ya. Okay, we're almost good here. This is going pretty quick. It's definitely not sticking to my hands today. Yeah, Greek, I wonder if they'll even have to numb me for that one. I'm hoping not. The dancing dentist from Kansas? No? You actually thought about going up, though? Could be worth it. Actually, our dentist that we found, like, last year, very good. Very gentle. Really wasn't painful at all. Work it, work it, work it. A lot of people like to try and use the food processor to make pie crust like this, but I find that it like blends it maybe too quick or something, and then the fat bits get too small and like overworked. So that's why I don't do it that way. Yeah. The dog agrees. That was a moo for sure. Really, I've never heard that, Greek. That makes me happy, though. My teeth are getting better. Did you hear it? She's getting impatient for Samo to get back. Wait, what's happening? Put small hamsters in what? What's going on? Yeah, you don't even know if he's a good dentist, but his moves make you want to go. Oh, really, Blood Oak? Yeah, if you're like soft at the dentist with your like work, it's actually not the best. Oh yeah, use hamsters to work the pie dough. Imagine how cute that would be if you could get little helpers like that. We have nothing for the car at all, Dust. It just sits on the road while we're gone. Like, we do have Sentry on the car, so at least we can, like, check the cameras, make sure no one messes with it. But yeah, she just sits on the road. I mean, pretty safe. There's usually someone always around. Okay, I'm gonna stop here. This looks really good. So, like, around pea-sized. We want the fat for this. Just gonna go dust my hands off, and then we'll get the cold water to mix in, and then we're almost there. Get a cover for the car? I guess we probably could. If we wanted to. I'm sure they already make those. But yeah, once we get it washed, like all the road grime off, it should be okay for sitting there. Spread this out, get it ready for our water when we come pour it in. Anyone got a flatbed truck? I don't have a flatbed, but I do have a big truck. Oh, yet it is. You want your wisdom teeth out? I still have all of mine. Yeah, my mouth, like, is really large, but it can fit all of them still. But it's 2.5 hours away even. That's even just the drive's not worth it for you. Yeah, all good, Dr. K. We love our new people. Where am I going? So my husband and I, we are both Red Seal chefs. And we started working for this company that is contracted by mining companies in Canada. So we're like subcontractor chefs at this point. And we work in the remote Canadian north. So yeah, Goose Lake is where we go work. And thank you so much, Dust, gifting the sub to Dr. K. Now they're part of the kitchen crew. Enjoy all your awesome emotes, your sub badges, etc. And obviously ad-free viewing. But yeah, we're going back up to Goose Lake Nunavut this time. And then after this one, we'll be going to a different mine. Okay, gonna go wash my hands. Yeah, we worked in restaurants for like 10 years before this, consistently, and then we started doing this job. And yeah, as much as it's like sometimes not easy being away, the salary that you make with this, you can't even compare. And it's awesome that I get to work with Sam up there, because most restaurants will not hire a husband and wife together. Because most couples cannot work together like us. Okay, good. And then we'll run some cold water and look up how much we need. Like, no one can move there, Greek. No one can be in that province. Sorry, I'm gonna see if I can get this little frogger out. No frogs allowed on stream. There we go. So yeah, you have to be invited by like a indigenous community to even live there. Do I ever get to blow shit up? Actually hoping that this time I might get that experience. Is in the last stint, we were up there, my husband Sam got to go down like into the gold mine, which was super cool. It's like 1.5 kilometer, 15% grade into the mine. But yeah, he was talking to some of our friends that we made up there, and one of them runs like the blasting. And I'm hoping that one of the days that they do the blast, I get to go up and press the button. I really hope, and I'll make sure I video that if I get to do it for sure. Be so fun. Do we need assistance? They're actually always looking for people to go work up there, just because it is super remote. And yeah, not everyone loves that lifestyle, but we love it. And so for this location, we work 3 weeks away and then we're home for 3 weeks. So like if you work at that location, you basically work half of the year. But the next one will be longer away and less time here. So 4 weeks away and only 2 weeks at home. Okay, water. Ice cold water, or like just the coldest you can out of the tap. 240 mils. Gonna go grab that. And then actually really quick, because I always do this, I always need a little bit extra flour compared to what they say for the recipe. A little extra flour and a little less water is what I typically do. And like a pretty good amount too, like half a cup-ish. Oh, you're a mental health counselor? I don't think they have anyone like that strictly up there, but like with our benefits through work there, yeah, we get like free access to counseling, which is so cool. Yeah, we only have one medic up there. They're coming to stay in Vancouver today, Greek. I'm so excited for you. You just found out 5 minutes ago. Go, go, go. Okay, so I'm gonna mix this in. And yeah, if you guys are interested, like what it looks like up at camp, I've been posting a few like shorts. I just posted a short today on the Cook with Kate YouTube channel of one of the sunrises. Cause right now, I think the sun rises at 10 a.m. The sunrise is at 10 a.m. up there, and it's setting at 2 p.m. So very, very short window of sunlight up there. So I don't know if I'll even get to see the sunrise like that anymore. So I'm happy I took those videos on the last stint. Okay, Greek, go get your crew and spend lots of good time with them. Oh, they're there for the rest of the year. That's so exciting. I hope you have so much time or so much fun with your time spent together. Okay, I always add in the water a little bit at a time, not all at once. Then we mix it in. So like I said, the less water you can add to this, the better it's gonna turn out. Yeah, if you guys are interested in working for the company that I work for is called Horizon North. You can look to see if there's job openings online. But I think that's more for like the hospitality based side of it, like all of the cooks and such. Because like I said, we're contracted by the mining company. Yeah, do you guys even cook here? Welcome to the kitchen, Trev. For the first and probably last time of this stint home, at least. But yeah, we'll be doing more stuff in the kitchen in these coming months because we will be moving to like an apartment that has heat. Yeah, that's right, Trev. Don't worry, I won't tell them. And then, am I affected by like SAD? Yeah, seasonal disorder. I don't think so, at least not anymore. I used to live like on the west coast of Canada, so both Vancouver and Vancouver Island, and obviously it's pretty gray there a lot of the year. And I would get affected by it there. I had like a nice little sun lamp. But yeah, now being here, I don't find it's as bad, but I've also done like a lot of mental health work since then. So that can probably alleviate the issue too. Yeah, that's what Sam's saying though. So the other companies that you can look for jobs at, one is called Nuna, which is obviously strictly out of Nunavut. And then the Gold and Silver Mining Corp is Sabina. I don't know if they have other mines around Canada or the world, honestly. Okay, so we're cutting in the like water that we added, and you can see how it's getting more and more clumpy. It's exactly what we want to see. And I use the spatula for this part just so it doesn't stick to my hands and get all messy again. Yeah, I'm gonna pour the rest of this and then we should be good. You enjoy the dark more than the light? And yeah, this was like my first intro into working night shift, so 9 p.m. to 9 a.m. I did not mind it, like once I got used to the sleep schedule. I really didn't mind it. It's a lot quieter to work at night up there. There's just a lot more things that happen during the day. So no one bugs you. It's super nice, very peaceful. I liked them. Trev, like I didn't use my sun lamp all the time, but like a few hours in the morning while you're like putzing around getting your day started, and then a few hours at night before bed. Super helpful. "9 p.m. to 6 a.m. is your favorite?" But yeah, other than that, I take vitamin D, couple other vitamins, and I just eat really well up there. Okay, so now we can start to like squish this together. I might need more water. Got dry here. He made it. He made it back for us. Hi. It's very exciting. Perfect timing just to pour the water.
Oh, I thought I dodged that bullet. I have to go get water, don't I?
Yeah, the measuring cup's right there.
Oh, okay.
He thought he dodged the bullet. Little does he know.
I did not.
Yeah, Sam's gonna be cooking breakfast, and I'm still the lunch mostly sandwich lady. Yeah, I'm lunch lady Kate up there. Because they only get hot breakfast and hot dinner every day, and then they pack out a cold lunch. Yeah, we need a bit, just a little bit all over. Okay, let's try that. Thank you. Yeah, they usually rotate. There's always like a special every day for breakfast, and then switch between like French toast, pancakes, etc. Bread pudding sometimes. Okay, this should be good now. It's not too loose. Now you can be more aggressive with it, because we really haven't worked the gluten too much yet. And you can see all the little fat nubbins in there still. That's exactly what you want. And so after this, we will kind of form this into discs. We'll wrap it up, get it into the fridge to rest. While it rests, we can make the filling. And then we'll see where we end up for the Lego set. If we even have time to build it or not. That is a hilarious question.
When you want, you can open up your Christmas gift early if you want.
That's my Christmas gift?
I don't know what's inside of it. It's your Christmas gift.
I was gonna say, we got another one? I didn't know I got a Christmas gift.
Yeah.
What about you?
I got everything I need.
Okay.
I'm looking at it. Cost enough in the year.
And yeah, if you guys find that you are not getting all the dry bits working in, just kind of tear up, where it's more moist.
You know how much maintenance this thing costs?
It's a real life scenario. I believe it. I'm not trying to make fun of you. I'm in Pieland. Like, until you make pie crust yourself, I don't think you realize how rewarding it is to like take all this time to make it properly. You just don't know until you do it, and then your life will be changed. Such a good cooker dog. Yes. Graveyard shift stocking shelves. That was my first job ever. I was a shelf stocker at one of the grocery store chains here. 14 years old. I loved it. I worked there like all through school.
Try old one and new one.
Whoa. Sam's like, I found the butter tarts. Don't worry, it's not a Food Network show where it's like, okay, you do this, but then here's the finished one. No, we show the whole way through. Hi, Happy.
Great. And this is the rest of the stream. Cool, guys.
Yeah.
I made one.
How are you doing, Happy? I saw that you got a gift subby in these last few days. Always a good feeling. It's Madame. Suzanne says, wait a second. Lego Christmas tree? Yeah, it exists. My hands are dirty right now, so I can't show you the box, but it is behind me. And then if you do ! Lego, it'll bring up a link to this set if you want to check it out online. But I think they're cheaper on Lego store right now if you do want to get it.
Gifts if you buy up to $80.
But yeah, we built the Christmas wreath yesterday on stream. Was so fun. Only took like under a couple hours. Not even that long. Okay, this is looking really good, guys. I'm gonna move this. You have the wreath? We're twinning? Look, mine's right there. I made it with the bow because we wanted to hang it up. That's what I decided. So I don't have a lot of like counter or table space here. Okay, we're almost done. We're kneading it a little bit just to bring it together before we wrap it up. I never use food processor to make my pie dough, Trev. I was saying earlier how I feel like it blitzes up the fats too fine. So I always just take the time to do it by hand. I know it takes a little bit, but honestly, the way it turns out later when we bake this, so dang good. I'm gonna get rid of this bowl because it keeps trying to stick now. I usually just like roll it together a couple times. Probably just use my knife to cut it into smaller pieces. Yeah, the butter's in the dough, and then there's also lard in this one as well. Best of both worlds. Thanks, Chef Stino, or Chef Sino. I hope you've been good. And then look, like when you can already see what's happening when we cut it like this. Look at all the layers. You can see the butter, the lard in there mixed in. That's exactly what you want to be looking at. But now we're gonna let it rest before we try and do anything else with it. Probably just cut these each into 3. Don't make it too big. And then from here, I usually just form it into a small disc and then wrap it up. Butter and lard equals bard. You might summon a Vune if you do that. Oh, that is cute. So did you do the hanging one as well, Suzanne? Cheap, like, yeah, string lights is what we call them in North America. That's smart. We're also shipping 1 or 2 to Paul. He needs some in his life. Perfect. Nice, you hung it and even put the string lights on. I love that. Yeah, I got rid of all of our string lights when we moved. You do 2 batches, Trev. Blitz to cut the butter in. Okay, and then you do like a little bit more afterwards. Well, that might actually work really good then. Left with plenty of butter goodies. I should try that next time. I'm always so wary of it getting like overworked. Just because this crust, like when it's done, is so good. So I'd be pretty disappointed if it didn't turn out the same, right? Okay, I'm done with this messy part. I don't know if I can clean this off any better, but I'll go wash my hands and then we're just gonna wrap these with some plastic wrap. I'll take our bowl away, we're done with that. But yeah, not too dirty at all. Not so bad. Now it's time for the filling. Samuel came back right on time. Do a little bit of stovetop cooking. This is definitely the most difficult part of making a pie or tarts. If you're using homemade crust, is just getting the crust together. Rolling it out doesn't take too long and is not too messy. And yeah, it just tastes so much better than the pre-made frozen ones. But those aren't so bad if you don't have as much time. I feel like once you make your own crust though, it's so hard to go back. Move that over. And yeah, the filling's really easy to make for this too. I think it all goes into one pot pretty much. Your pumpkin pies didn't last long? Fruits to use in winter months? Well, I mean, like, apple's always a good one. And then I've also seen people make, like, squash pie. Have you ever seen that? Okay, so you just wrap it like that, and then usually I, like, give it a press inside of the wrap once it's together. Smoosh it a bit more, and then you can really see what you're working with there. Yum. And yeah, like I said, this recipe you can use for savory or sweet. Good for both ways. Your kids would kill you in your sleep. Okay, sorry. What else for like wintry fruits? I don't know. Yeah, I was gonna say, is pineapple pie exist? It's like all the tropical fruits are in season. Like, I'm not a huge orange dessert person, but I guess like chocolate orange. So just now we made like 4 regular size pie crusts. So you could make 2 full pies if you're using the top and the bottom. But I divided them into a bit smaller. Or yeah, cherries. Frozen cherries you could totally use right now. Like you said, typically they're always frozen anyways. That's a good winter one. What else have I seen? Like maybe black currant or something like that? Okay, last little one. And yeah, later when we go to bake these, because we're doing them now that Sam has returned. So this is what we're using for the butter tarts is pot pie pans. And I think, okay, yeah, they're 5-inch diameter on there. So nice little bite size. Personal pies, if you will. Personal pies. Bite-size pecan pie. Okay, I'm just gonna take these to the fridge. So these are gonna go to the fridge, minimum 30 minutes to rest before you roll them out. Cookie's laughing too. Or I usually go like up to 45 minutes. So let's see. Get rid of the measuring cup, and then we'll wipe the board. And we'll get our sugars heating up. So far, like barely any dishes though. Gotta love that. You grew up on sweet potato pies? I don't think I've ever made a sweet potato pie. Made pumpkin pie before. But I think I would like sweet potato pie. Nice. Samo posted the cheese pull that Dust was talking about earlier from our sad, slightly failed live stream the other day. Yeah, it was good after that. We still got to go to the chocolate store and such. Yeah, more cheese, please. Yeah, I've been crushing the, like, posting the shorts on YouTube. Like 2.5K views on there. Gotta love that. How's that one doing? The sunrise one. Not as much. More food content they need. Okay, so very important ingredient. And then this is more like a North American ingredient. We have found this out because there's a lot of Europeans that don't even know either what pecan nuts are or where they can even buy them. But if you're a European that has access to pecan nuts, definitely get those in your life. I know they're a lot more expensive over there too. But to me, that's like one of my favorite nuts ever. When you eat them, they taste like brown sugar to me. I don't know why. Just what I always get on my palate. Some good nuts though, yeah. And we just leave them in those halves like that when it comes time to actually making the tarts. So for the filling, we are going to add butter, brown sugar, white sugar, corn syrup, milk, flour, vanilla, and salt into a pot. Heat it over medium heat till it comes to a boil, then take it off, let it stand. I let it cool for like usually 10-15 minutes because once you heat up sugar, it really holds that heat. It's like insulating. So what we don't want to do is cook the eggs that are going to stabilize the filling for the pie or the tart. So always let your sugars cool off very nicely before you mix your eggs in. Otherwise, you can scramble your eggs. And once that happens, yes, you can like strain it out, but then you're going to have to reuse eggs again because the stabilizing part is not going to happen. You grew up with a pecan tree in the front yard? That sounds so special. We loved it, except for when they had worms in them. Oh, they would like go into the nuts. Shoot. Hello, Lay Donald. And thank you, friend, for the 3-month resub. How's it going over there? Welcome, welcome in. Cuisinart? I've never really used too many Cuisinart products. Chat? Does anyone use Cuisinart, like appliances for the kitchen? How do we feel about them? Because yeah, I don't have anything Cuisinart in here, Trev. Not saying that it's bad. Oh yeah, you wouldn't even know if there's a worm in the nut until you cracked it open. That sucks, because you do all the work and then you can't even eat it. You have a Cuisinart food processor? There we go. Cookie does, and he says it's good. Boom. Okay, I'm gonna get set up over here. Have I ever made the Swedish Christmas bread Vortbrod? I haven't. Do you have a recipe for it? You can post it in the chat if you want. And then I can post it in Discord. Or you can post it in Discord too, if you have access to that. Okay. Cannot use the induction. Just gonna get my other little burner set out here. With a medium pot. A bit of cooking today. Sweet, Suzanne. Yeah, I would love to see that. I've not made actually too many Swedish things in my life at all. Hi, Longbow. How have you been? Give this a wiperoo. Samo, what do you want for lunch? Do you want me to throw the shepherd's pie in when we're baking? Does that sound like a good idea? Does that sound good, chat? A little pre-made shepherd's pie for our lunch today. This'll do. Do you actually shoot a longbow? Yeah, let's ask. Wait, you're shopping around for a bamboo sushi mat, couldn't find one, so then you made one? Cool. How was that experience? I gotta use a scale. Oh, maybe not actually. How is this recipe set out? It's an American one. And you make longbows. Okay, cool. I want to get into hunting these next few years. It's rather time consuming. I could see that. Okay, doubling it up. One stick of butter is half a cup. So we need 1.5 cups of butter because I'm doubling it. Because we need 1.5 sticks, so that's 3/4 of a cup, right? I got some more butter in the fridge here. I'll just go grab it. Because this is only like half a cup? No, this is just over 1 cup. Hello, Bonk. Yes, we do. A generic brand of products in Canada called No Name. It is from the Loblaws brand, though, specifically. So, like, Real Canadian Superstore, and then our other place is called No Frills. That's where Sam got, like, these. So that's where you see the yellow stuff. 6 pot pie pans. But yeah, otherwise it's just called No Name. Like I have, I'll show you this. No Name, pitted prunes. And then what it usually is, so it has like the simple thing. And then what did it say? The simple check symbol appears on No Name products made without 10 ingredients, such as synthetic colors, artificial flavors, and sweeteners. They're from Chile. Yeah. And like it's less expensive, but honestly, I find sometimes it's better quality. Or like this I got last time. Our honey grahams. And like once again, there's just like nothing weird in it. Like you can read the entire ingredient list and be like, wow, I know all those words. So I really like using the brand. Yeah, the cheaper places here are usually better. Okay, Sam will put a poll up. Are we interested in a Christmas light nighttime drive here? There's some pretty good spots in the city that get set up. Could always go check it out. Okay, so this is not quite 3/4 of a cup. What else do I got in here? Ooh, that might not be enough either. I might have to do a quick little butter run over to the other fridge. Let's see. I think that's accurate. Yeah, 2-minute office meeting. We'll just call it no name. Always smell your butter if you haven't used it in a bit. This one was definitely used for bagels. Why? Because there's poppy seeds in it. Okay, I'm just gonna go get another pound. I'll bring the tender flake back. We can start to heat this up though, so I'll turn that on to medium heat. I'll be back momentarily. Hold tight. And so how much stuff do we see on the shelves with the no name of packaging? Well, it's all just in like the yellow for all the no name stuff, right? So not that hard to look at, but they just like stick it in with all the other ingredients. So not that difficult for organizing. Well, you gotta think when we're away for 3 weeks at a time, right, Trev? Things don't really get used. Okay, we made it back. Cooker dog helped. Ooh, Alti. I will have a sip of water. Thank you. How's your weekend? How's my fellow Canuckian? You're back from Alberta. How was your trip? Did you have some fun times? Oh, back in Alberta. Sorry. Can't read. Yeah, Kate, I'm here still. Okay, I got it. You're back here and then we're leaving soon. Okay, so I need just under half a cup more. It's half. We'll do that. 1.5 cups of butter. Starting to melt, and then we'll start adding our sugars in. couple other things. Away we go. Aw, I'm sorry to hear that, friend. My condolences to you and your fam. Oh, and you're leaving tomorrow. Okay. It's one thing to travel, but when you have to travel for those reasons, not always the best. Okay, we need 3 cups of brown sugar. I always laugh at these amounts. 3 cups. Just measure it in this container. This is what I'm using. I always use like the golden sugar, even though they call for dark brown in this recipe. I always use the golden one. Oh, you've been here for almost 3 weeks already. Wow. You've never been to Canada? Where do you live right now? Suggestions on where to visit? Well, the West Coast is beautiful. If you want to experience like Canadian rainforest, I would say. Try and for sure hit up Vancouver Island. Sam's family's from Ontario, so that was really beautiful going out to visit there. A little bit different landscape than out here in the prairies. Yeah, I've never been to the East Coast yet, but definitely would suggest that as well. And then the mountains. Yeah, butter melting. Let's do this. Also, Bonk, how's your Sunday going? Ready? Don't splash it. Three cups of brown sugar. Then we need 1.5 cups of white. Measure it in this one, I think. Everyone says, heck yes, we gotta go look at the Christmas lights. Okay. Haven't used sugar in a bit here. Nice, Bonk. Yeah, just doing your little Sunday catch-up. One and a half cups of white sugar. Not diabetic friendly, this one. Your 3-year-old had a meltdown because you used white lights on the Christmas tree instead of multicolored. Hey, it's the little things. It's always funny when that happens. You're like, it's not that much different, but to them, it's like just the biggest difference. Just gonna do a little whiskeroo here. You're gonna be back here again, Alti, at another time. Maybe our paths will cross in that moment then. We're still trying to melt that butter nub. It's heating up pretty quick though. Okay, that's good. Okay, give me 1 sec. I'm back. I had to blow my nose again. I'm sorry. This is already smelling so good. I'm gonna turn it down just a touch. And the next thing we're gonna add is corn syrup. And also make sure that this doesn't splash, because hot sugar is really painful. Dangerous, really. Wait, Longbow, so now you have to buy extra light hangers so that you can put the multicolored ones up? Okay, corn syrup, we need 1 cup. Let's use our special little push measuring cup. Make our life easy. This is what it is. Yeah, molten lava pot warning. Everyone should be aware. Boom. So we're doing 1 whole cup, so we need like as much space as possible for this. And I'm using golden corn syrup. They say light. I always use golden. 99% of your accidents happen in the kitchen. It's like a pretty dangerous job, cooking. I don't think people realize just how dangerous some things can be. Between hot sugar and hot oil, yeah, like I'm fearful of both of those. Yeah, everything is hot and also sharp. Trying to use up all this bottle here. Did pretty good. Open the other one. And like they even basically have a photo of a butter tart on this bottle. I never noticed that before. Crown corn syrup. Liquid hot magma. You never cut yourself, Moldfish, but on the daily you'll like burn yourself. It's always hard to determine which one is worse, a cut or a burn. But I think, yeah, a burn is worse. Because it keeps burning for up to 24 hours, whereas like a cut, eventually it will stop hurting in the day. A burn, like especially if you have to keep working after, it'll just keep burning. That's rough. Ready? So this is what we do with this. Pour it, and then push it. It's just a corn syrup push pop. Boom, all the way, and then you just scrape off the end. Success. It's the greatest. It's such a cool gizmo, Longbow. This one was a gift from Pampered Chef. Now the corn syrup should really help emulsify the butter with the other sugars. It's usually what happens. And then we're still gonna add into here some milk, as well as we mix some flour in, which I think I'm gonna mix the flour with the milk. Sometimes the flour stays clumpy, and then it doesn't help stabilize in the same way. But this is getting close. Mickey, you have a really bad cough and cold? Don't go into work tomorrow. Yeah, if there's one thing I've learned over the years, if you're sick now, just don't. 'Cause it sucks making everyone else sick too. Okay, 6 tablespoons of milk we only need, and then 4 tablespoons of flour. So I brought the milk over earlier. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got some extra milk. I might have to make a coffee. And then grab for sure a tablespoon, and then we'll just measure the flour from the bag and whisk that up. And then I think we just need a bit of vanilla, and then we're pretty much good for that, other than the eggs. And those will be mixed in later. One, two, three, four. Stir, stir, stir. We'll see if we need a whisk for this or not. Really? At your work, like, you have to be a positive for COVID in order to stay home? That sucks. Because, like, either way, we just shouldn't be spreading that stuff to each other, right? No matter what it is. Okay, we're gonna mix this until it's really nice and smooth. Like I said, sometimes the floury lumps will, like, cook together. And we don't want that in there. Just gonna put it down on this side and keep working it a bit. Yeah, for our line of work, it's really, really strict. So we've been doing, we need like a minimum 1 week of temperatures from each of us that we have to send in. We have to do our own COVID test at home, send that in to our boss, and then at our aerospace, because we're not at the actual airport, before we even get on the plane, they test us. So, like, if you're positive, you are not getting on the plane and you're not even going anywhere near the site. It's such close quarters that would, like, spread so quickly up there. And, well, then no one gets to do anything. Okay, let's see how that's gonna whisk in. Nice, we're bubbling again. You wanna come closer? I think so. Hello. Okay, so pour it as we're whisking. That was milk and flour. I mean, it basically is candy. See the floury bits. I always want to like put my immersion blender in at this point. Just like buzz it up. Because look, they're all still lumpy. I might do it. Do we want to immersion blend it? I'm going to. I just think it could mix nicer in. So that's what we'll do. I'll pop the vanilla in. I'm also going to put 1 small drop of this fancy molasses in, just for some extra like deep caramelly flavor. Since I didn't use dark brown sugar, I'm only gonna do 2 teaspoons. And so I turned the burner set off now as well. It can start to cool down. It's looking really good. We'll grab our vanilla paste, put a tablespoon of that in. And then this will start to cool down. Oh, and we only need a little bit of salt too still. So vanilla and salt. Will it blend? Run it through a strainer, but then we get rid of all the flour. So I more want to like break the flour lumps up rather than actually strain them out. 1, 2 pinches of kosher salt. I love how molten that looks right now. Holy smokes. Your dad has the same cold too, Mickey? Yeah, there's stuff going around right now, like all over the world. Nice, Blood Oak. You're doing like Christmas cards? I love people who do that. I've never really gotten into that habit. But I think eventually I will. Because I like that kind of artsy stuff too. Arts and crafts, I'm in. Do we see floury lumps still? We do. Okay. Whoa. You just got steamed with caramel. Come back. Come back to me. Okay, I'm just gonna pop this over on the trivet here for a sec. Get rid of our hot burner set. Super duper hot. I also made a bit of a mess. I'm gonna take some things away. Just a small mess. Cooker dog's keeping me in line. Yeah, that was some hot and steamy caramel for sure. It smells so good in here. It smells like a confectionery. The dog's so excited. Unplug this. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna just pop this down and I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break first while this is rockin' hot. Center that baby. And I'll be right back. I'm back. Okay, we see all this stuff that we gotta blend in. Because there's like two sort of stabilizers, let's say, to the filling for either pecan pie or butter tarts. So one of them we can see is flour. We don't want it lumpy, we want it all mixed in evenly. And then the other one is eggs, which we don't want to cook by mixing into this hot sugar right now. So we'll wait on adding the eggs in. Just put this whisk to the side for now. We're gonna test out. I think it'll work no problem using the immersion blender. I think I'll just pop this whisk in a bowl where we'll whisk up the eggs and then add them. So hold on to that still. Just gonna do a quick wipe on this side. I got some corn syrup and flour. Astra's very happy to be cooking with us today. It's very serious. We're blending. Yeah, we're blending, girl. Boat motor time. Titan, if I knew I wouldn't die, I would jump right into there. Mickey, you're coughing like a dog. Sounds like you need a hot toddy to me. Always go on the lowest speed setting and then turn it up from there. This thing's pretty powerful, so we'll be careful. I think it's gonna work flawlessly. I thought it'd be smarter to do that before we added the eggs in as well. I'm just gonna turn it a bit higher. A sympathy bark. She doesn't say nothing unless we tell her to. Yeah, immersion blenders also work great with soup. You are correct, Longbow. Just get some of this other stuff down over here. Boom. I think it's working. It also might cool it off quicker. Just getting it moving around like this. Easy. I love when it makes the different sounds. Just gonna stir it so you can get this corner. Maybe we'll just switch this actually. It's definitely making them smaller. Smaller lumpies. And yeah, never look away while you're using this, with hot things especially. It only takes a moment for this to splash everywhere. Brr. Oh yeah, we're almost there. Effortless. I love this sound. I've never blended like caramel like this before. gonna stop there. I still see a few lumps. I think that's better than before though. I'll let the baking part settle out the rest of that. Heck, we might be able to mix our eggs in sooner than later now. Samo gonna come clean off the caramel thing. He says no. It's still really hot. Like to the point where it kind of hurts my finger putting it on there. So we'll definitely let that cool a bit more before we mix the eggs in, but we can get the eggs kind of prepped on the side. And then all we gotta do is roll out the crusts. Yum. There's still a few though kicking around on the top. I'm not gonna worry about it though, because I don't think we'll really notice that by the time it's baked with the nuts in there that are crunchy. I'd rather have like floury lumps than I think egg lumps. And yeah, it's not too warm inside here, so it shouldn't take too long to cool the sugar mixture off. But that's how it should look at the end, is like nice and emulsified, no like butter kind of sitting on top, nothing like that. Bam. Your house smells good and bad. Lemon chicken crockpot and gingerbread cookies. Yeah, when the smells don't really like go together. That's funny. Okay, this, and then I think we need 8 eggs for the double recipe. Yeah, 8 eggs. Well, these are actually extra large. Well, that'll do, I guess. It's totally fine. Get the compost. The caramel already hardened on this bowl. 1, 2, 3. No, scrambled egg pecan butter tart, not good. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then because there's eggs in the pie filling, is you can't bake it at too high of a heat either, because then you run the risk of changing the texture of the egg as well. So don't go any higher than 350 Fahrenheit for this one. I usually start at that temp and then turn it down a bit lower near the end when you're just finishing it up. We can get these whipped. And then just put away all the other things that you don't need in the meantime and basically get set up for rolling out the pie dough, which we can probably start on. Just leave the other discs of the pie crust in the fridge while we're working on them. But yeah, you can see how much time you can save if you just buy the pre-made pie shells, because then you just have to make the filling and fill them, right? But I like to do as much stuff from scratch here as possible. There we go. Eggs can go away. We're done with this. Go in the fridge. We have time to make a coffee and use up the rest of the milk that's here. Okay. feeling the pie discs over here? Yeah, they're feeling pretty great already. That's awesome. Okay, quick water coffee break chat. Get it in your life. I think I'll also try and sneak this little bit of corn syrup in this pot. I don't know how that's gonna work. Let's see. Put some of these bowls stack away. Ouch. That. So really all we need around is our filling stuff. We got our pie tins that we can get ready, as well as our pecan nuts. A pee break? I did go for a bathroom break. Yeah, you can go for a bathroom break. I just went a little bit ago, so I should actually be a-okay. And yeah, I like these little pot pie tins, they call them, because they also come with like a plastic lid to pop on top after it's baked. So if you like to share your creations with friends or family, really easy way to do that. But so far, I have a whole dang stack of these lids and then no pans left. So I don't know what that says. I think that says that my crust was too big, that I couldn't fit the plastic on. Or yeah, maybe they'll even stack in the fridge better. That's a better point. Good one, Moldfish. So yeah, we have 12 of these to make if we get to that amount today. And then some little guys as well. Cheesecake ones. And then, I don't know if anyone's ever seen this, but this is a hand-me-down from my grandma. It's a tart tamper. So like specifically for the smaller sizes, it works so awesome. Is like you put your dough in and then you just put this in and like it just pushes it down to the bottom and the sides. But yeah, I'll show you how to use that later. I don't know where this came from, whether like my grandpa was also a woodworker, so whether he made it, because like I can twist off the ends and stuff for like washing and such. I don't know. It's just the most helpful thing ever if you like to make tarts and pies and stuff. And even works with like a graham sort of crust. Tart tamper. Maybe a place like what? LL Bean. What's another place that might have it? Lee Valley. Someplace like that, I would imagine to look. But otherwise, I have no idea. It is so handy. Yeah, it's a lifesaver, like making those small ones. Okay, what should we make here today for cafe? We don't really have that many left. Let's both have a Palermo. Is it a lifesaver or a lightsaber? Kit, welcome in. Wait, Amazon has one for $3 and $4 shipping, but it's not as cool. Is it plastic? I wonder. Where's these cups? 1 cup, please.
1 cuppa at your service.
Doggo's helping. All of them you see on Amazon are wood? Oh, there you go then. How come it's not as cool though? Boom. Hello. How are you? How are you? You're so good. Yes, you are. Good girl. You can lick out the egg bowl when we're done. That's dog friendly. But the caramel's not really. And I don't know about the pecan nuts. I know. She needs extra pets. She knows we're going. Right? What do you say? Are we chatting? Do you like pie? What kind? What kind of pie? Is it pecan? It might be. Whoa. That's pretty nice. Wow. Okay, we just gotta wait. Yeah, we like the pie that falls on the floor, Auntie. The pecan. Yeah, you're so good. This is the first time we really cooked together since we've been back. Oh, she also knows that she gets some milk right away. That's why she's excited too. We'll make Samos. It's my little coffee station. Top it up. I didn't froth the milk. Oops. I got pies to make, sir. You're welcome. Hello, Tron. How's it going today? Are you a coffee dog? Okay, next one. And then I'll get my pie crusts, guys. But maybe we'll mix the eggs into the filling first. Oh. We need water. Can't really make coffee if there's no waters. Seriously thought about bringing the Nespresso up. Charging people to have coffees out of it. There's gotta be some espresso lovers up there. Just double the price of what the pod costs? Easy. Double or nothing. What do they do for water? It all comes out of the lake. Like, seriously, it gets pumped out of Goose Lake. And then there's like a big charcoal and such filter that it goes through for like drinking and stuff. And then all of like the bathroom water and stuff like that is just non-potable. But yeah, like not our last round that we were up there, but a couple before ours, there was another crazy windstorm that blew the water pump out of the lake. So someone had to suit up in the hip waders and go into like the freezing cold water and put it back in. No thanks. Seriously, amazing water though, I have to say. So clean. And like people that have worked there over the summer, they're allowed to swim in the lake in the summer and they're like, it's just like pristine water. It's like, whoa, I can only imagine. Do you want more milk, Sam? Have a little bit more of this. And then you can give it to Cooker Dog. Drink some of that. And then hold it for Cooker Dog. She knows. Okay, cheers, guys. Second coffee of the day. Delicious. Okay, we don't need our mouse here anymore. We got our rolling pin. Good to go. Open up the area. Get in large and in charge. How's our filling here? We will mix our eggs in. Gets like a little film on top if you let it sit, which makes sense. Let's give this a little stir here. Oh, rolling pin is rolling away. Yeah, I think we're good to slowly mix in the eggs, because at the same time, the eggs are like pretty cold still. It's gonna cool off the caramel. Hello, Chocolate. It's great to see you, friend. How have you been? Happy last month of the year, wherever that went. You're doing fantastic. That is great to hear. I'm also doing good. Yeah. Just been rolling with the punches, really. It's good to be baking today, though, with everyone. It's one of our last streams for a bit again. Going back to work. Preclude tempering the eggs by just drizzling into the caramel mixture. Yeah. Now I kind of still want to strain this out. Now that we mix the eggs in, just because I see the floury lumps, and like when you add the eggs, it makes it look more clear so you can like see through it. We might still strain it, but I'll do that when we pour it, because like pouring this from the pot, trying to go like into the small pie shells is not easy at all. So usually what I do is pour it into a measuring cup like this with a spout on it. So we'll just strain the mixture into there as we do that. But yeah, this can cool the rest of the time while we roll out the crust, but at least we're good to go. So we'll roll out the crust, pour this in, it'll be nicely cooled, top with your nuts into the oven. So a lot of initial prep, but then you're done. It's usually how I look at it. Okay, going to get a couple crusts out. Boom, boom, boom. I'm just gonna roll them out right on here. So I'll grab a little container of flour, but I don't usually use that much flour to roll out the crust. As little as possible. Just enough for it to not stick, really. And then when we got some of these done, rolled out into the pie tins, then from there we can turn on the oven and start to preheat it. A little bit on the board, can keep those over there. Give it a little swirl around is all I do. And then because we're cutting these into little rounds, you don't really have to worry about keeping it too round as far as like making one big pie goes. And then I like to roll out my pastry to like 1/4 inch thickness, and then it always like puffs back up in the oven. But look at that though. That is like how this dough looks. It's like marbled looking with the lard and the butter. That's not like floury streaks. So that's exactly what you want to be seeing. We can tell that the pie dough rested long enough because it's not cracking around the edges as we're rolling it out. All good things. Yeah, if you notice it sticking, just give it a flip and a swirl. Back in the flour. Good to go. Might need a little bit more underneath. I'll also show you guys how to reuse the extra pastry that we like cut off of the sides. Don't just ball it back up. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'll probably just cut this in half. Make sure it's even thickness all the way around. That looks good. Hi, Green Box. How are you guys? We'll make all the bigger ones first. So I'll just show you kind of how I do this. So one for each side. So I'll just cut it in half, pretty much. See what we end up with. Pie dough is pretty easy to work with. You can kind of mold it and form it to what you need. I'm a little bit worried about some of the edges, but we'll see. Doing good? Awesome. Yeah, I'm also doing good. Always push it right down into the tin first till it touches the bottom, and then from there we can go around the edge. I don't think I'm gonna worry too much about the crust like staying up above. I'll leave a little bit around where you can see it, but otherwise, like whenever I make the butter tarts, it usually doesn't stay on top anyways, and that's okay. They look good like that. So we'll just trim around the side with your paring knife. It's like, these are always good, just leaving them kind of rustic. One and done. You don't even have to crimp the edges if you don't want to. Like, I'm not going to. Christmas cards done. Let's go. I'm gonna do one more little rollout of this one. Just near the center there. It looked a bit thick. How many did you make, Blood Oak, for your Christmas cards? Yeah, nice. You're sending them all tomorrow. That's like us with our subathon boxes. We'll send them tomorrow, or I think Tuesday. And that way everyone will probably get them by Christmas. I can move that over a bit. There we go. Nice. Easy. Okay, so this, like I said, don't just ball it up. I usually just kind of smoosh the layers back together, which is why we don't use too much flour when we roll it out first. Just leave it over there. Next ones. You did 8 cards. Nice. That's so nice, Blood Oak. I'm sure everyone is gonna love them. Yeah, now that you guys want us to go do a little Christmas light stream before we go, we get to go plan a little route out. There's like a whole street in the city. I forget what they call it. Oh, actually, no, I remember what it's called. It's called Candy Cane Lane. I have maybe done it once in my life. But yeah, if we go during the week coming up, it shouldn't be too busy compared to on the weekends. Like, it gets really lined up with cars driving by. But yeah, Candy Cane Lane. I guess that's where we get to take everyone. Just move this around, making sure it's not sticking. Do a little swirl, and then I think we'll flip it. Do the same. Yeah, for sure. Like, rather than just like buying somebody something, it's nice to like put your words onto something. And they can choose whether they want to hold on to that or not. Almost done with this one. So probably just cut it in half again, because that seems to work really good. Yep. Was that half? I don't know. Close enough, we can say. One of my like other favorite things if I was home for Christmas would be to bake like a bunch of cookies. And I saw, so where our pie crust recipe is from, Sally's Baking Addiction, she does like a cookie palooza